Well, chat. What is good, man? Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you're all good. Welcome back to the streams. What's poppin'? Fuck me. Sorry I'm late. I had to deal with some stuff right there. But chat, we are back. We're out here. Come say hi. Good morning, everyone. What's good, D? What's good, Prestige? What's good, Triz as well? Let me switch this over. What, is my camera not going to turn on or what? For some reason, it's just taking its time. One sec, chat. All right, we're out here. So, what's good? Chat, welcome back to the stream, man. Hopefully you guys are chilling. Look, it's going to be an exciting day here on gold. We got a lot of potential forming very shortly. Let's see if we can get into some nice little positions here. It's Wednesday right now, halfway through the week. What's good? JJ, what's good? Blizzy. All right, chat. Yeah, look, so. Fucking hell. Let's jump into an analysis real quick and then we can get into the stream. Hopefully we can grab some nice opportunities. As I just said, gold's ripping down right now, which is crazy. And yeah, first of all, chat, obviously the weekly time frame here has obviously reflipped bearish. You still kind of have a little bit of a top wick needing to be made, but you might just actually continue to rip down here. Daily time frame as well decided to essentially close bearish previously, make a top wick, and now flip. And now you're coming back down to re-break those daily lows, which is very, very interesting. 4 hour as well, looking decent. Yeah, 4 hour looks good here, chat. You flipped as well after closing below the level. On the other 4 hour, I'm struggling to decide which 4 hour to use here right now, but on the other 4 hour, you did close bullish and now you're starting to push down though. So it could be a little bit conflicting. However, let's just drop to the 1 hour and see what we have here. On the 1 hour, you have some very clear ranges. So you have essentially a very strong level down here towards 33.04. If you can close below there, you should be good to take the sells to continue down. Actually, do we want to wait for that? Maybe. We might actually have to wait to, yeah, actually chat, sorry. So 33.01 is more likely our level here for sales, if I'm truly honest. But with that being said, chat, look, you've got a level back above here towards the top of this range. It's a little bit choppy within this price action here. You have essentially 33.14 is a strong level for buys. And if you do close above there, that should take you all the way up towards 33.29. Now you do have essentially a lot of wicks being grabbed from down here. So that's why I want to see a closure below this level before a continuation up, because at any point you could just grab a bottom wick and decide, nah, you know what, let's just flip all the way back up and obviously come up towards the top of the range. But let's just see the 30-minute real quick, because obviously the 30-minute is very interesting here. You do have a weird closure that you just made there on the 30-minute. Quite a weak bearish close, which is, oh, sorry, a weak bullish close, which is interesting. Same levels apply though, same levels for closures below. So I realistically think if I'm going to get sells here, I'm going to need a decent liquidity grab from the upside. And then I'm also going to need that closure below 33.01 to indicate that we're not actually just making a bottom wick here. Problem is as well, this is the current daily low right here at 33.01. So once you do break that, realistically, there's no reason why you should, you know, actually reject. You should continue down and at least push down a little bit further. However, we started to make some bullish structure on the 5-minute previously. We have now broke that. So again, I'm just looking for confirmation here both ways. I was actually in a trade earlier this morning in pre-London. I had sells and it came all the way back up, nearly ripped me out, and then I closed break even. But I actually would have secured quite a bit of profit. But for me personally, I don't think that's a problem, to be honest. I'm very happy with getting out of break even when I've been in a big drawdown. What's good, Joshua? Rel, what's good? Yesterday's low to be swept before moving up. That is also possible, yeah. So let me just mark that out. Yeah, so yesterday's low, chat, is just these lows right here. So if you do come down and sweep these lows here, you do have a potential to move up. However, daily time frame did close bearish yesterday. So it could either be a liquidity sweep or you could just have a wick fill and then a break of this low to continue back down this way, right? So what I'm essentially saying here is we need a confirmation either way. We need closures, we need clean confirmations on the higher time frame. If we don't get that, then unfortunately we're gonna have to wait. But realistically, I do believe there's a lot of potential for positions today. And if there's not positions, then guess what? There's still going to be an extreme amount of value. So drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. And let's jump into it, man. Let's jump into it. But hopefully you guys are all good. Hopefully you guys are chilling. Yeah, I'm super excited for today, to be honest. I'm looking forward to getting into the markets. You think we'll take Asian lows? It's possible. Like, it's possible that you retake the daily lows here. Those would also be obviously Asian lows. But look at the choppiness at the minute. Like, yesterday's price action was very choppy. Today's price action has started off also very choppy. You got some barcodes printing here. So for me, I think it's very important that we wait here and just stay patient. But yeah, let's see what happens here in the next sort of 5 minutes for this 15-minute closure, and then we can move on from there. But chat, how's your guys' week been so far? Hopefully you guys are good. What's good, Bedge? Yeah, hopefully you guys are chilling. How's everyone's week been? Are we in profit? Are we in loss? What are we sitting in? Chat, by the way, if you didn't see yesterday, I released a trade breakdown video. So I released a video essentially breaking down the trade that I took yesterday. We ended off the day in about $4,000 worth of profit, which is fucking mental, to be honest. But yeah, I did a full breakdown, literally like a 16 minute long video breaking down that position. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you do go and watch it. I'm going to put a link to it just now. 3,881, indeed. It's basically 4K. I mean, little prof so far. Good stuff, Badge. Congrats. Congrats. WVid. Blew my funded last week, so I'm only back testing and paper trading this week. That's a very good idea, my friend. A lot of people jump straight back into it, but I think realistically, give yourself some time to chill off. You know, let your emotions cool down. You don't want to be revenge trading. Very, very smart. Very smart. Yeah, chat. Fucking hell. Honestly, crazy position earlier. I don't know how I survived it. I had sells, right? I can't remember where it was. Somewhere here. Stops were above this high. And then, yeah, it just came back, tapped me break even. I was like, right, get me out of there. But look, you are now pushing up very aggressively here, chat, which is crazy. So let's see what happens. Watched your video on mindset yesterday as well. Very helpful. Hey, I'm very, very glad to hear that. Congratulations for taking that step, getting some knowledge. And yeah, and the mindset video did help. Which one was that? The 500K funded one or what? It was one of these. Or this one. Yeah, this one was fucking full of value. So if you watched it all the way to the end, then yeah, congrats, man. Chat, look at this. Recently, the amount of value. We were doing like a lot of lifestyle content here, but then value, and more value. Literally just insane fucking knowledge being dropped here. Honestly, I reckon you could become profitable just from a couple of these videos alone. So yeah, man. Being afraid to take a chance? Yeah, that was very true. I was actually struggling with that at the time. So I'm glad I made that video, and talking through it actually helped me as well. So that's the benefit of making videos, I guess. How mastering my mind made me 100K? Yeah. Cool. Good stuff, man. Chat, I'm very glad to hear that, man. That makes me happy. Because obviously, I made a TikTok about this, right? But the videos where I'm posting like flashy lifestyle and all that type of shit do so well. Like, they get so many views. But the real important videos are the ones that don't get as many views. The ones that actually have, you know, like psychology value, or, you know, first-hand stories or technical analysis breakdowns. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying them, man. It means a lot. Hey, Jordy, what's good, brother? How you doing, man? What's good? Hopefully you caught a dub this morning, bro. It's because you're selling the life everyone wants. People want the life but don't want to live the lifestyle. That's literally it, yeah. Like, people want... It's not even that they don't want to live the lifestyle. They want to live the lifestyle. They want to do what I can do, right? Which is take a trade every I don't know, every day and just live off of that and live a beautiful life of freedom. What they don't want to do is they don't want to live like the bit before it, you know? They don't want to live the 15K in drawdown. They don't want to live the blown accounts, the fucking failing to trade. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to do any of that. And that's the most important part. I wish, to be honest, one wish with my YouTube and my content was that I actually documented the struggle and the bit when I was unprofitable, because I didn't even start making videos until I became like, you know, somewhat profitable, which is tough because I wish I could have shown more of that. I think I was a little bit scared at the time to seem vulnerable, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I saw SG on the come up. Bedge, you did, bro. A lot of the people who have been here since the beginning obviously saw the come up even before I started making videos, obviously in different communities and everything. Very, very true. What's good, Malenko? What's good, Jed? What did you say earlier, Gene? Wait, let me read that. I missed your message. Kind of frustrated with my greed. I could have been up 4,500 on the day, but I got greedy on one account and CA'd because I didn't want to take the loss. What's CA'd? Cost averaged? I don't know. Yeah, okay. The good old days? I don't know about that, bro. I think these are the good old days that we're in right now. Chat, isn't it funny how you don't know what the good old days are until you've left them, right? How are you trading gold? Is that under Forex? Sorry, yeah, I missed your question. Yeah, I'm trading gold. Yeah, I trade Forex, obviously, so I trade gold on Forex. And then if I'm going to trade futures, it'll be on MGC. So there, you know. But yeah, I know it's open during stocks, but how are you trading right now? The Forex market and commodities market is pretty much 24/7, right? Because it's London session right now, so all the London banks are open, all the London stock exchanges, and then obviously later on towards the afternoon, or my afternoon, US morning, right? The US banks and the US hedge funds open, so you can trade gold 23/7. So this is futures. Well, I mean, it could be futures or Forex, right? It's the same thing, just a different platform. But yeah, essentially with Forex, you can obviously trade it 23.5, isn't it? Not 23.6? 23.5? Yeah. When you're at the top, you remember the days when you were at the bottom, but you never remember the bottom was your top at one point. Whoa, Gene. Crazy. Yeah, man. Honestly, it's very interesting. You never realize the struggles. Like, chat, realistically, think about it. This point where you're at now is somewhere that you used to dream about being. Even if you haven't made it yet, right? What ticker is it on Forex? I'm trying to find it on my MetaTrader. What brokerage are you with? It depends. It's either going to be something like... It's either just going to be called gold on some brokers, or it's going to be XAUUSD. XAUUSD Pro, something like that. It should, as long as you type in XAU, it should come up, or gold, depending on the broker. The journey is more important than the destination. I think the journey is the fun part, right? I think everyone is so focused on the destination, but yeah, it's realistically, I think the journey is the best bit. That's morbid as fuck, Gene. I'm not reading that. But you are right, technically. All right, chat. Look, so we're pushing back up here. Two hour coming up towards a flip. 1 hour pushing up. You got a wick fill here as well. So this is when I'm glad that I fucking closed those cells earlier. Yeah, chat. Interesting times. That is deep, bro. That's super deep. Two Bs for me today. Stream in the background. Don't want to overdo it. Yeah, Jay, makes sense, bro. Hopefully you're good, though. Two Bs. I mean, to be fair, I don't want to be the devil on your shoulder, but let me play devil's advocate for a second, right? Unless you're feeling your mental capital go, which if you are, then fair enough, call it a day. Or a session, at least. I've never been afraid to, like... Whoa. What did I just do here? Just figured out a hotkey. When I take break-even trades, I've never been afraid to take like another one. It's when you take like a win or a loss, that's when I pretty much say I'm done for the day, right? Both played out, call 8. All right, fair enough then. Take it. Yeah, take it and call it a day, man. Chat, I'm about to sneeze. Whoa. Nice. All right, yeah, so... Chat, by the way, this microphone... Is it peaking at all? I don't think it is, right? Bless you. Hey, thank you, brother. I closed one at 11, but decided to jump as soon as I press close. It's always how it works, bro. It's every time like that. Whenever you press close... Like, I had it earlier. I was up, like, something like $700. And by the time I closed, it was, like, fucking 280. Like, it just happens. It's fucking weird. But you can't complain, man. Mike's cool. All right, bro. I appreciate it. Sneeze again. It made price jump. Crazy. Little did we know, my sneezes are controlling the market. All right, chat. Look. So we are pushing up here, breaking some highs, which is interesting. 2 hour, 4 hour flipped here. 4 hour looks like now it's got room to push up. Saw a lame quote about trading, but it's been in my head for a while. Trading is hard, but working a 9 to 5 for 30 years is harder. Bro, 30 years is if you're lucky right now. Like, most people that start a 9 to 5 at this point, let's say you start working your 9 to 5 at like after uni, so 20, 21. You're working until you're 70 at least. You got 50 years in that shit. No one's retiring at 50 from a 9 to 5 anymore. Used to be able to do it. Used to be able to retire at like 60. No chance anymore. Retirement age in the UK is 72 now. Yeah, there you go. Fucking, what is that? That is ridiculous, bro. Honestly, fuck that. That's literally, what's the average, like, wait, average UK life expectancy? It's probably like 80, 82. So you're telling me, let's do the maths here. So you're like, that is ridiculous. Average life expectancy in the UK is 82 years old, right? So you got 82. You're working for until you're 72, okay? But then also you got 18 to 21 years of education. So let's just call it 18 years of education. So what's 82 minus 18? 66, right? 64? 64. Minus the 10 years. So you got, essentially you're working 54 years of your life out of 64 3 years. So you have about 8% of your life to live freely. Fuck that. Majority of people don't save for retirement and don't pay into a pension. Only reason you can't retire at 60? I don't think so, bro. I think there's other reasons. At that age, you can't do shit. Yeah, trust me as well. Like, you're living the worst years. I'll be done before 60. I'm sure you will, Jed. I don't doubt it. The majority of people, though, will not. Think about it, right? Yeah, also, that's the other thing as well. Pensions is crazy. I will never fucking pay into a pension because you know where a pension goes, right? You pay into a pension and then it goes to a banker to trade / invest with. He could lose it like that, bro. 2008, fucking most people lost a shitload of their pensions. just because some banker poorly invested it or over leveraged it. So you're telling me I'm gonna let some fucking retard investment banker gamble with my life? No way. Look at the Nasdaq in the last 3 months. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's tough. People who are retiring lost thousands. In Sweden, it's part of the work contract to pay for the pension. I mean, they do it a little bit here in the, or not here, but they do it in the UK too. I don't know what they do here, but it's fucking crazy, honestly. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Honestly, when I was working, honestly, like, this is insane, but when I was working at a supermarket, when I was like 16, 17, I literally saw people in there that have been in there for like 30, 40 years. One day, there was a guy in Waitrose where I worked, who literally, they had a party for him because he'd been there for 40 years. And what did they give him? They gave him a week's paid holiday as his fucking present. Are you joking? A week. After 40 years of service, they were like, yeah, you can have a week's paid holiday extra. Congrats, and a cake. I was like, no way. Literally, I was sat there like, what the fuck? This guy's basically dedicated his life to some shit supermarket with people who don't care about him. And then they give him a week's holiday, which is free for them, basically. Fuck that. Give him like a Rolex or something at least. What's good, Zulu? How's it going, man? And my old security job. My old security job, he worked 20 years and he was getting paid the same shit pay I was making. Yeah, bro. It's bullshit. Yeah, that's the thing too as well. Like, that I never understood when I was working. When I joined Waitrose, the supermarket, I was on, because I joined like more recently, I was getting paid like £7.70 an hour, which by the way is fucking mental. I was getting paid £7.70 an hour, and the people who had been there before, because they joined earlier and hadn't got pay rises, were on like £6.50, £7. I was like, bro, are you joking? Fuck that. And then everyone got a pay rise to £8 an hour, and they were like going crazy about it. They were super happy about getting an extra 30p an hour. I'd literally just remembered that story right now as well. What's good, Nell? How's it going, man? What's good? What's good? Chat, 30-minute closing here, sorry, in about a minute's time. Pushing back up towards the top of the range. So what we can do is we can sort of wait for a closure back above here. To be honest, it's probably going to have to be on the 1 hour, though, because it is so choppy on the 30-minute. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's actually insane. Hey, what's good, Fazo? How's it going, man? Chat, this is choppy ass price action right now. You have like a 15-minute barcode pattern printing. W video, by the way. Yeah, chat, by the way, if you haven't seen the most recent video that I posted last night, make sure you go check it out. Let's go double shades. Make sure you go check it out because it's a pretty sick breakdown. It's genuinely the most in-depth trade breakdown I've ever posted. I like went all the way into the fucking fine details of how I managed it on the 1 minute, etc., etc. So yeah, man, that's important. But watch it after stream, obviously. 30-minute closing right here, chat. In about 30 seconds, obviously. I'm watching all of your videos once at 1.5x speed. Maximum learning? Okay, fair. What's good, SG? Geo gets the time. Don't waste your time on this bullshit. Nah, we'll see, bro. May I ask another question? Brother, unlimited questions. Ask as many as you want, my friend. That's why we're here, right? We're all here to learn. There's no limit on the amount of questions. If anyone lives stateside, they've heard of them, and everyone knows the company for being annoying. $5 per question. That's funny, bro. What was I going to say earlier? Oh, yeah, chat. Holy shit, bro. Look what I saw yesterday. I felt so bad for this guy. I mean, not really. Yeah, I did. But he's, wait. This guy went on tilt yesterday with his Apex accounts. It's so tough. But this is what I mean, right? Even great traders go on tilt. Look at this. This guy went on tilt yesterday with 20 Apex accounts and lost 40K on each Apex accounts for 840 bucks. $1,000, sorry, not $840. So tough, man. But the point is, this guy was up 1.4 million, right? So he's obviously a great trader. But even the best traders go on tilt, right? Like every single trader, no matter your ability, is still going to have tilt. Why didn't his account manager call him? I doubt you have account managers at Apex, right? He was going to be able to request 1.4 mil. I mean, he's still 400K up, right? But like, it's yeah, it's horrible. After a certain number, they give you one. Oh, really? His risk manager should have locked him out. Is that only when you're live? That's sick. I want to get a risk manager. I know Patrick Whelan got locked out all the time. Yeah, but bro, didn't he buy like 2,000 fucking accounts? I swear he's got this thing where he just bought a shitload of evaluations. I could be wrong. I don't want to speak bad on someone's name, but once you reach a certain point of profitability, the prop firms will start copying trades. Yeah, of course. He has to call Brett Simba for him to unlock it. Crazy. First off, thank you. I found XAU, by the way. So when choosing our pairs, when trading XAU, do I make XAU my base or the markets is open? For example, XAU GBP. No, just trade XAU USD, bro. It's gonna be enough for you to just trade this. You don't need to like switch between them. I get your question, but realistically, gold versus the dollar always has volume. So you don't need to be trading one or the other. You know, like you don't need to be trading gold versus the euro or gold versus the pound. Just trade it versus the dollar. It's realistically the best. Because most of the people in the world are selling their gold into dollars anyway, so or buying gold from dollars, so. But yeah, that makes sense. Close your eyes, drop a line, and you got a level. Chat, let's try it. Wait. Let me make sure I'm in the right area first. Yeah, fair. Fair. We take it. That's a 30-minute level, I bet. Yeah, look at it. Perfect. Let's go again. Chat, we're killing it with this. I mean, pretty close, not quite, but on the 2 hour, we'll take it. It's actually very true. You got infinite rejection levels here, which basically means, chat, it's very choppy where you're trading. So I can trade that market. Yeah, pretty much like it closes at I don't know what country you're in, but it closes 10 o'clock UK time every day for an hour and then opens up again at 11 o'clock UK time. But obviously it's also closed on the weekends. Yeah, what Prestige said? US 5 p.m. Yeah, but no one listens to the US time. I'm joking. Chat, drop a like if you haven't already, man. I appreciate you guys being here. Is it time for the second coffee? Maybe. Maybe. Soon to be Russian rubles. Yeah, bro. No, it's gonna be that new BRICS currency that they bring out. I don't know. Have they done that yet? Or is it still BRICS or isn't it RICS now? Didn't Brazil leave? Oh. Chat, I think that BRICS currency is going to be pretty crazy, to be honest. Backed by gold as well. No offense taken, it is ghetto over here. Nah, I'm just playing. We have a little joke about this, but there's a lot of US guys in the chat. To be honest, Gene's from US. Can't even log into Tradeovate on desktop app. You can. It just sometimes takes a while. Oh, it says my clock is out of sync. I think you can just go through that anyway. Just click login anyway. It's going to destabilize the USD, likely destroy it. I think so, bro. To be honest, yeah. Any money in dollars is going to be pretty fucked. Remind me to move all my dollars away into euros. I never thought I'd say that. I fucking hate the euro, but at the minute it seems pretty stable compared to the dollar. Who's Sergey Lavrov? In general, the USD is basically done. No, I know, bro. Yeah, I agree. Just says log out. That's weird as fuck, bro. I've never seen that before. The foreign minister of Russia, Sergey. Chat, I'm coming towards the end of the Blacklist. I don't know if you've seen that series, but I'm nearly at the end of it and it's pissing me off. Don't spoil it because like if you've seen it, but it's getting fucking annoying. I got to like season 3. Bro, it's really good until yeah, it's really good until like season 6, 7. Now it's just dragging. And then like the main actress leaves, but they try and fucking, I don't know. Moving away from gold was the stupidest thing ever. Bro, yeah, so exactly, the whole concept, like it used to have, on the back of banknotes, it used to have something that said like, exchangeable for a certain amount of gold, right? But now you can't. And the moment we stopped doing that, right? Gold became fiat currency, which means, no, sorry. Like every currency became fiat currency, which basically means it's just made up. That was the economic downfall of the US, but he wouldn't be able to have kept up with the economic growth of every company. It was to pay off their debt, no? Wasn't it to pay off debt? Just fucking leave the gold standard and refinance. Print infinite money. The debt is fake. The debts to other countries and to the Federal Reserve, which is not a real fucking thing. And also to companies as well. Like they borrow money off of fucking banks. The Federal Reserve is a private company. There's shareholders and everything. It's never going to be paid? Of course it's not. But the thing is, they're paying interest on it. which is what Trump's trying to get out of, right? He's trying to refinance out of the debt by crashing the dollar. I think that's what he was trying to do, because they're paying interest on all of this debt, and aren't they paying like $1 billion a day in interest or something stupid? American interest payment on national debt. Let's see. Fucking hell, they pay $1 trillion in... I thought it was $1 billion a day, but it's $1 trillion every fucking year. In interest. Only interest. How fucking crazy is that? $1 trillion a year in interest. Wait, where's that US debt clock? What is this? This is 100 million. This is 100 billion. That's 36 trillion, right? Look at how much money they're spending on defense/war. Every second it's $1,000. Wait, no, it's like 5K every second. Interest on debt. Medicare. Chat. Why do you think, I'm going to get cancelled for saying this shit, but why do you think Big Pharma and the fucking military industrial complex make so much money, bro? Look at this shit. What is that? That's $1 trillion. Insane. And then you look at American food items, bro. Trust me, I want to go to America and start a fucking pharmaceutical company or a fucking McDonald's, bro. Did you ever have issues with not controlling your emotions or taking not the best steps, bro? Yeah, of course. Let's bring it back to trading. That's a great question, GG. Thank you, brother. Of course, everyone has issues with trading. Like, exactly what I just showed you guys as well with that guy who went on tilt for 850K. Same shit applies. Like, every single person, every single trader is still going to have days where they go on tilt. I will still have days where I go on tilt, you know? But the thing is right now, how do you keep those days as small as physically possible? That's the only thing that matters. You are never going to not have days where you don't go on tilt or like, you know, you don't actually, I don't know, break your psychology in a little bit. The main thing is breaking it in as small a way as possible. And when you do break it, realizing that, and then obviously minimizing the actual damage that you do to yourself, right? It's literally mitigating that damage. And yeah, but obviously, look, I've had issues with taking FOMO trades, with, you know, I shared a video the other day with being scared of taking certain setups or whatever it is. You know, even the opposite, taking too many setups. All of it happens to most traders. And it's like, how do you deal with that? And how do you realize it and diagnose that problem within yourself before it gets too big? And the real reason is, or the real way to do that, sorry, is just you have to learn to identify yourself and put limits in place. So, you know, that's why we have the 1 or 2 trade a day rule. That's why we have specific rules on risk. That's why we have all this stuff, because yeah, at the end of the day, you can fucking blow an account in seconds if you're not following these things, but you're also not going to be able to identify it, because when you are on tilt, that's when your emotions are taking over and you're not thinking logically. Like, I'm sure a lot of you will have had it where you go into this crazy spree of trading like non-stop and just like trade, buy, sell, like trying to make as much money or trying to make back your losses. And then after it, it's almost like you were like on drugs, because after it, you like sober up and you're like, what the fuck did I just do? And essentially you need to be able to give yourself rules that stop you from going into that sort of psychotic state. and be able to realize it just before that happens so that you can actually try and stop yourself or at least minimize the damage. Make sense? David Paul said a win streak is more dangerous than a losing streak. Very true. That's one of the main things as well. Like, the worst thing you can do as a trader is let your ego get big. Yeah, look at this rejection here, by the way. Yeah, your ego in a win streak is the worst fucking thing you can have, because you think you're suddenly God, you think you can trade without losing, you think you're invincible. And then what happens? The moment you start to get that feeling is the moment you get absolutely fucking ruined by the market. Yeah, either you size up or you just start taking more positions, or, you know, whatever it is. That makes sense? Yeah, no worries, bro. It was a great question. But this is a clean rejection here. We are making higher highs and higher lows right now. So if you do close above this level here, you should realistically continue back up towards the top of this next range. Only problem is, look, we have so many rejection areas. It's actually crazy. So right now we need to either see like a strong closure on this 1 hour, which is in 13 minutes, by the way, chat, or we need to see something like a closure back below. But for me, I don't think we're going to see that. So yeah, let's see, chat. SG, what are you looking for on the charts? I think you probably asked that just before I explained it, but closure above or closure below, and that is literally it. Like, I need to see a closure into this level to expand downwards, or a closure back above this level here, obviously, to expand upwards. And those are the only two ways I can get positions now. Even if we get like a Sky Dweller setup in this range here, I'm not going to be able to take it, because now the market structure is shifting a little bit. You failed to break these lows before, and the amount of levels and rejections within this range now is crazy. So for me, chat, what you need to say is, you need to actually put this right here as a no trade zone and say to yourself, okay, when we're in this area, there's actually 0 positions right now. That was good, Alex. How's it going, man? Yeah, chat, no trades here. I literally traded it in that no trade zone. Earlier, it was probably okay, you know, when you were down here or down here, but where did the name Sky Dweller come from? It's like a Rolex or something? Yeah, it's a Rolex. I just like the way it sounded, and it's also kind of, I don't know, I imagine price like hanging in the air here, waiting for that continuation back down, and that's why I thought about that. And then Sky Dweller is this. It's a really nice watch. Could be like a James Bond movie title. Yeah, I know it could. Should I buy a Sky Dweller? No, I don't think I would. I mean, no, I would, but it's actually super clean. That mint green dial. Oh, chat, look at that. How much is one of these? eBay? Who the fuck buys a watch off eBay? $14K, not bad. That's actually not too bad for a Sky Dweller, I don't think. But I don't like the bracelet. I'd much rather have a Jubilee bracelet, to be honest. Yeah, like my Rolex has a Jubilee, and to be honest, I wouldn't get anything different. I think my next one, chat, though, is going to be... Wait. Is it just me, or does Rolexes look really ugly? Like, the only reason I would buy is to have something to bargain with if I'm in a shitty situation and I need to get out? Bro, if you think Rolexes look ugly, that is a crazy take. Jay, I don't know yet, bro. I'm going to be back in the UK on the 1st of June, so I don't know when I'm going to be back. To be honest, I have some stuff to do in the UK, but I'll probably be back by the 7th. I mean, we'll see. Where's the Rainbow Daytona? Bro, the rainbow shit? Nah, no way. Chat, my next one will be this. My next watch will most likely be a GMT root beer. I think that's a bad boy watch. I have an allocation. I'm just waiting for the call. Suarez has one as well. That's goated. Hey, what's good, Eugene? How's it going, brother? Graph Diamonds hallucination? What is that? $55 mil? Yeah, say less. What the fuck? Chat, if anyone buys that, they're retarded. I have that? Yeah, sure. I've set my alerts so I can hop on your lives more. Hey, Unique, appreciate it, man. Yeah, chat, if you haven't already, drop a like on the stream, and as well as that, go down and click the notification button so you don't miss out on any of the videos, any of the live streams, anything like that. The little bell button at the bottom of the screen, click on that. I also realized trading, you can't turn off emotions to 0. It's a lie. That is an extremely good point. It's impossible to turn off your emotions as a trader. You know, people say you need to be emotionless when you're trading. You need to be like a robot. It's physically impossible. You're never going to be able to do it. Emotions are literally hardwired within you. It's human nature. It's for defense. It's evolutionary. You're never going to turn it off. What you need to be able to do is actually overwrite them and say, okay, cool. I know I'm feeling these emotions right now, but my logic is saying this. Let me make a decision from my logic, even though I'm feeling a certain way emotionally. And that's the only way you can control your emotions in trading. You're never, ever going to remove them all. And if you did, you'd be a sociopath, right? That's literally what it is. Buy a celery? What's a celery? Klarna said they financed it for you. Bro, the Americans love a good Klarna, eh? In the UK, they just added Klarna for fucking Uber Eats. Like, imagine fucking getting an Uber Eats McDonald's for £17, $17. And then you have to fucking Klarna it. At that point, bro, you just don't get the fucking meal. There's no doubt in my mind the bubble will pop in the next 2 years. What bubble? The dollar or what? Or everything? Because they can't pay the debt? Bro, I've said this for the past 5 years, and people thought I was fucking crazy, but 5 years ago till now, I've been saying that I believe that the East, so Russia and China, will control the world in the next sort of decade. I don't have a single doubt in my mind about that. I think America's fucked. It's the classic story, right? Of like, you know how in every movie or in every, whatever it is, man, like if it's a bank robber or if it's someone at a casino or if it's a villain, they always get too greedy, you know, Scarface, all that type of shit. They all get too greedy. And America did the exact same thing. America got too greedy. They started milking their own fucking population. Whereas Russia and China realized that their own population is their superpower, right? So they started utilizing them. Whereas fucking America literally just fucking milks, and the UK and the EU. They all just milk their fucking population. It's like cows to the slaughter, you know? Chat, look at that rejection off the level, by the way, just quickly. Little Sky Dweller play forming. But again, I can't take anything here, really. It's not the USA that's fucked, it's the whole world. The real market is the people, not the candles. And the real market needs financing for lunch right now. Bro, they won't let the world, like... There's always a reset, right? What people don't understand is you need, like, tough times, to be honest. The Chinese and the Russians have crazy high morals. Yeah, exactly, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, as someone who's experienced that culture firsthand, like, you know, the Eastern culture, it's 10 times better than Western culture. The West is fucked. The West is inevitably doomed. There's no way that the West continues to have power like it does. The West is completely fucked. The East will take over. I'm 100% certain of it. You got, like, yeah, literally, you've got patriotism in these countries, whereas now you're not allowed to be patriotic in the UK. In America, it's like, I don't know, people started hating the state, defund the police type shit. It's just not gonna happen. You got a bias for the charts? At the minute, no, to be honest. At the minute, I don't have a single bias. This is one of those things right now, chat, where essentially we are ranging between these two ranges here. You'll obviously just come down. You're starting to consolidate here. So we're consolidating between these 2 points. Realistically, I believe what is going to happen next is we're going to get a liquidity grab from either one direction or the other. So it's going to be a liquidity grab from below, and then we'll continue up like this. Or obviously vice versa, right? And we'll grab liquidity from above and then continue down like this, right? One of two things is going to happen. But yeah, realistically, we need one of those things to happen first. And yeah, I don't think we can take any trades in this zone right now. It's pure consolidation. It's really poor price action. So chat, this is why I preach patience so much, right? Because at the end of the day, yeah, maybe you can make some money trading this range here. Sure, maybe you can, but why would you try when it's so low probability? Yesterday I was watching Jade Cap's podcast that he just did after his $2.5 million payout. And he said the same thing, like, you have to understand when the market is low probability and when it's high probability. And right now, it's an extremely low probability market because of the way we're consolidating, the way price is printing. So there's no need to take a trade right now. Just wait, stay patient. You know, yesterday I got a trade in pre-London at 6 a.m. and then my next trade wasn't until like 7 o'clock in the evening. So, you know, I could have just been super aggressive, or I could just wait. It's not being proud of your country, it's the fact those countries have absolute control of their citizens. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yes, they do, but at the same time, I know I've met, like, at the end of the day, is it necessarily a bad thing if people are happy there and the quality of life's better and all that sort of thing? Like, Americans technically have all the choice in the world, or they think they do, but they realistically have some of the biggest poverty in the world, the biggest drug problem, the biggest gun problem. I don't know, man. It's a good debate, though. I love talking about, like, geopolitics, to be honest. It's extremely fun. But especially whilst price is doing this, chat. Price action is very poor right now. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Chat, I'm going to be back in 2 seconds. I'm going to make another coffee. All right, chat, I'm back. I am back. The only choice Americans have is whether to have extra cheese or not. Chat, you pushed down very aggressively here. Wow, 30-minute no bottom wick though. 1 hour closed, like weak bullish. Good morning, Kaiser. How's it going, man? Supersize me. Yeah. Interesting, chat. 2 hour close bearish with a wick as well. So maybe you continue down here, chat. We did just grab liquidity. You failed to break this high here to the left. You like genuinely respected that previous 4 hour high. So if you had sells and your stop loss was on that 4 hour high, you got respected just. Yeah, previous 15 does have no top wick. That is true. But it's such a strong rejection. I don't think, yeah, no top wick or bottom wick. I don't think that's a problem, to be honest. I think you can continue down here. A lot of volume as well, which is nice. So let's see. If we can come down now, realistically, I would like a top wick on this 1 hour. But if you can come down and close back into this level here, like below 301, chat, you've got room all the way back down. So realistically, that's going to be our position. Should take you down towards, yeah, towards 32.87. So hopefully we can take advantage of that, chat. Let's see. I think there's a lot of potential here. A lot of opportunity for us to lock in. Grab some nice positions. But let's see. Chat, I'm finally getting a fucking haircut today as well, which I'm excited for. I'm way overdue. Got about to rip up. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. Thank you. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, on the 30-minute, you can see the time frame in the top up here. You can see all my time frames. Whatever one I'm on at the current time, you can see it up here. But yeah, I was. Now I'm on the 1 hour. Chat, if you have any questions, now's your time to ask, right? We have a little bit of downtime until the next closure. Realistically, I'm going to watch until the next 15-minute, 30-minute closure, something like that. If nothing's really forming on the next 30-minute closure, chat, we might call it. But I do believe once you do come and close back down below this level, you've got a lot of opportunity to close and rip and fill this range, right? You've got 120 pip range to the downside. And after that as well, if you do close back above, you've got like 150 pip range to the upside. So realistically, we should have a lot of opportunity here. But we just need to see, man. We need a decent closure. Chat, these Apex accounts are fucking crazy. The scalability on Apex that I've seen. Does anyone know, like, it seems to me as if it's too good to be true. As in, like, I've just seen literally 5 or 6 people on Twitter who have got like $1 million in one payout at Apex right now. Like, there's so many people that have scaled their accounts up 400K, 500K, $1 million. How is the firm sustaining that? Like, how is Apex not going bankrupt? I don't understand it, to be honest. Or am I missing something here? I know they get a lot of sales, don't get me wrong, but still, that's fucking crazy. What plan did you take in your Apex? I don't even know what they are. What are they? The trailing drawdown ones? So not the static ones. Is it full or something like that? I don't know what it's called. Chat, 1 hour flipped here and 30-minute flipped. Obviously, every time frame flipped. So you could fill the wick up, but realistically, we could also just be making a top wick to continue back down. There's no confirmation right now. What's good, DK? How's it going, brother? PA looking rough for London session A. Might just chill till NY. I think it's not a bad decision, to be honest. It's pretty tough. Yeah, chat, look at these accounts. So they're looking relatively healthy, to be honest. We're up 7.1K, $7,111 roughly. Not roughly, exactly. Which is not bad. 3 trading days. Slow and steady, right? But we'll take it. Realistically, I'm looking to try and just take it super slow. Honestly, don't care how many trading days it takes. If it takes 50 days to get a payout, so be it, right? You can't rush yourself in these things. You need 8 trading days anyway. Currently, I'm on track to need more than that for the payout. But like I said, I don't really care. The way the world sees Americans is so fucked. I'm a proud American. I wouldn't wish to be born anywhere else, but it's sad that people hate us for the select few. I don't think people really hate Americans. It's just like, honestly, I feel like the stereotype is relatively true. Like, I was in Santorini last year. Actually, I've been in Santorini twice. Both times, whenever you go to any of the like touristy like towns or city, whatever it's called, it's full of Americans, right? And I genuinely shit you not, every single one of them was fat. I was literally stood there in this big city square listening to all these Americans talking super loud. And I was looking around like, I've never seen people this big. Like women that were like 200 kilograms. And I was literally looking around like, what the fuck? Like, where am I? It was the strangest thing ever. But whenever you're in any touristy area in like Greece or whatever, it's full of Americans, and they're literally just like, I don't know how it's possible. I thought the Americans being fat thing was like a, I don't know, a joke, or like, I thought it was just a bit of an over-exaggeration, but holy fuck. And it wasn't like just a couple of people. Like when you're, even in the UK, obviously, there's a lot of fat people. And then there's like a couple of obese people for every couple of 100 or whatever. And then I was there like, what the fuck? It was insane. But yeah, obviously it's not everyone, bro. Like 100% it's not. And I think the America that most people know is like the cities, right? I meant rhythmic, wealth charts, or Tradeovate. Yeah, fallow. Tradeovate, my friend. Tradeovate. I'm a proud South African that wished he was an American born, who was born in Japan. Crazy. Nah, I do need to go to America at some point. And I don't think people hate Americans. I mean, maybe they do. They hate the Brits too, though. Like, whenever you go anywhere, especially if you go to like France or party towns in Greece or like Ibiza, the locals hate British people because we are terrible tourists. Like really, really bad. Chat, 5 minute broke the low here. So you just broke the daily low, which is interesting. You came down to break the daily low, which is really weird. And now you're starting to reject. So is that a little sweep there of the liquidity? Or are we going to continue back down? Canastella, please, mate. Donde está la pub, right? In the parts of the country where it's party a lot. Oh yeah, if you go to like Amsterdam as well. Bro, even like, I don't really associate with those type of Brits, but, oh chat, this is a good story actually. So obviously I live in Cyprus, right? And the other day I was in Ayia Napa, which is like the party town of Cyprus where all the Brits go on holiday. Bro, it was like a different story. Oh, chat. Hang on, let me focus up. Fucking, there you go. What did I say? The moment we break that low, chat, go to stream earlier. What did I say? The moment we break this low here, we're going to pop. It's just a light 150 pip, 15-minute candle there. Chat. Holy shit. Well, there you go. Should fill the range to the bottom, to be honest. With all this volume it's got, it should fill the range towards 32.87. You got a 15-minute closure here shortly. I mean, potentially we can take advantage here. Yeah, you should fill the range. Chat, if you fill the range right now, I'm done for the day. But if you pull back here on this 15-minute candle and close below, we can look at some sells to continue back down. Let me open my broker really quickly. Forex broker, that is. MT5. You are starting to pull back a little bit. If this 1 minute flips, chat. Well, you might actually just close back within the level, you know. Let's see. Jesus, that price? I know, it's fucking horrible. That MT sound gives me PTSD. I love it, bro. The MetaTrader sounds are so good. I'll never turn it off. The swoosh. Yeah, the execution noise is great. Chat, 15-minute closure here. Realistically, every time you've closed into this range, you've tapped into... Wait, did we tap this? No, we didn't yet. Stops are relatively large, to be honest. This also could be a liquidity grab. So let's see what happens. Watch this pop down straight away, no top wick. I can feel it in my bones. Chat, if we get a top wick tapping back into the level, we can look at some sells. Oh, never mind. Never fucking mind. It was just like, yeah, nah. SG, my bad. Why no sell stop on the support there? Because that's not one of my trades, bro. We tapped the advantage point here as well. 15-minute no bottom wick maybe, chat? Holy shit, this is a monster candle. Chat, drop a like if you haven't already, by the way. There should be at least 50 likes on today's stream. I'm not taking a position until we get 50 likes. And there you go, chat. One 5-minute candle was all it took. Holy fuck. Chat, this is gone. 15 no bottom wick as well. Chat, if you're brave, take some buys right now. I'm not that brave, to be honest. There's no way I'm taking a position there on buys. It would probably play out, to be honest, but I can't do it. Oh my God, that's literally, if you did, that's literally already like 40 pips. 30, yeah, 40 pips, literally, if you took that. Chat, these candles are massive. Like low taper fade, massive. That's a 190 pip 1 minute candle. Casual 200 pip drop SG. No worries. Guess we'll go fuck ourselves. Yeah. That's how I got wrecked last week. Yeah, nah, it was a joke. Like, I was genuinely joking because you don't want to try and... Chat, never try and catch a falling knife, right? Took the buys, let's go. Hey, Joe, good stuff, man. It's aggressive as fuck. How much you need to earn to get a payout? You have to get to 2,600 on a 50K account. 5% plus $100. 200 pip 5 minute. Chat, isn't this 15 minute like... Yeah, 230 pips. So it was the 5 minute, right? Yeah, 190 pip 5 minute, chat. That's untradeable. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, chat, it is what it is, man. Unfortunately, nothing I can do right there. Had no setup or anything, literally nothing. Look at the way we rejected off our support, right? Sells here were so invalid. That's the thing. Like, you can't be taking sells here because we bounced off of support very strongly, like literally rejected off of it. In my opinion, that means you're going to continue to range. And then it decided just to melt down. So no entry, but that also means no FOMO or anything like that, right? Did you take anything yesterday? Yeah, GG. Click the link in the pinned comment. You see the pinned comment at the top? Click that one. It's going to show you both the trades I took. I did a very detailed breakdown for this. I would take it, but I'm steering a ship right now. What do you mean you're steering a ship? What does that even mean? Cool, we'll check it out. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, chat, if you didn't already see it, yesterday I posted a very detailed trade recap of the trades that I took yesterday that made me 4K in a day. So if you haven't already, make sure you go watch that. Later though, after the stream, obviously. Right now we're going to watch this meltdown. That one friend always on a side quest? Yeah, trust me. This guy's like, nah, I'm steering a ship. What did I call earlier? 299? Yeah, bro, but it didn't close below there. It just fucking ripped down. Can you explain how Apex works? It's futures, then you pay monthly, no evaluation, have no clue with futures. Basically, it's like a prop firm. Well, it is a prop firm, but it's like Forex props. Instead of paying your evaluation fee up front, you pay like a monthly fee to pass the evaluation. Once you pass it, you pay an activation fee, which is like $160. And then you're funded, and then it's like a normal futures, but a normal prop firm, but it has trailing drawdown. And yeah, that's it really. I can make a video on it if you guys want. Like, I could make a quite detailed video on all the rules and everything. I think that might be helpful. The monthly fee is only on one account too. Yeah, I mean, you have to pay it on every account, right? That'd be nice. Thanks, man. Best info. Follow, man. All good. Chat, that's why I'm here, man. Literally giving you out some crazy value. I'm not even a futures trader, really, but now that I've stepped into it, I can make a video on... What do you want to know? Just everything about Apex. Let's do it. All right, I put that in my content calendar. I trade 5 companies. Yeah, W, bro. Yeah, it's good to diversify, to be honest. Like, I always think it's good in case one prop doesn't pay you out. That's one of the fattest 1-minute candles I've ever seen without any news. We don't know there wasn't news, right? Like, there could have been. This was a 100 pip 1-minute candle there. Apex, take profit, top step, tradeify. Jesus, bro. That's a lot. Did the moon phase indicator call that? The moon phase indicator is like a swing trading indicator, right? But chat, look at this. The daily broke all the lows. Obviously, the weekly rebroke its own. Oh, no, it didn't. My bad. The weekly lows all the way down here. So we still haven't broken that. 4-hour. Yeah, chat, this is interesting. 30-minute closure here in 8 minutes. Let's wait for that. To be honest, though. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying let's wait for that. This is cooked. fully cooked. TradingView has ads now. TradingView's always had ads, but you just have to get premium, otherwise you have to watch their ads, which is toss, to be honest, but it is what it is. Chat, fuck it. Listen, if you haven't already, make sure you drop a like on the stream, like I said. Also, join my free Discord. TRLS community inside there is so fucking valuable. It's literally jam-packed full of value. It's insane. Yeah, I think what we're going to have to do here, to be honest, is going to have to fucking play the GeoGuessr and call it a session. I'm going to be back trading New York session in the Discord. If you do want to get a funded account as well, on Forex, I recommend Alpha Capital Group. So use code SG for 20% off there. And yeah, that's all the plugs for now. Let's play the GeoGuessr and we'll call it a stream, man, because that was fucking diabolical price action from gold there. It started to range for about 10 years and then decided, yeah, you know what? Let me just rip through the floor. Was that news? No, there wasn't any news, I don't think. I mean, there might have been some fundamental news, right? Has anyone checked breaking news? Not really, no. Something with bricks? Maybe. Oh yeah, I did see that bricks did something with their currency. Now they're looking to do that bricks currency, but that would be bullish for gold, not bearish. So I don't think that was anything to do with it. I genuinely think it was just a volume spike. It doesn't have to be caused by anything, right? The daily rebroke its low and then just ripped. Like, sometimes it just happens. All right, chat, I'll start the game in 10 seconds here. All right, fuck it, let's go. Chat, that was a crazy fucking end to the stream, to be honest. Bro, where is this? This is like Japan or somewhere, no? Somewhere like there. Oh, what a guess. 52 kilometers away. I'll take it. I was just like, let me find somewhere that looks like a village. Great guess. Svanbergval. Centrum. Somewhere like this. Amsterdam. Fuck. Close enough. Fuck it. It literally says it right there. It's got to be right, no? Yeah, okay. I'm going to go watch yesterday's recap. Appreciate your SG. Catch you guys tomorrow. All right, rel in a bit, man. Guys, I'm cooking you on this GeoGuessr. I'm actually cooking. What's good, Maris? Welcome, man. Uh-oh. Does that say Allah? Oh, my days, it does. Denmark. Oh, chat. No, Mr. Malenko's taken over. Alright, it all comes down to this last fucking one then. Chat, I have zero idea where this is. Literally no idea. It's got to be somewhere out here, no? Fuck. Albania. I didn't even get second, chat. You guys got close. All right, man. Chat, congratulations. Gold's still ripping down. I don't even know what to say, man. You got like a little 1 minute retest, kind of. Not really, though. But other than that, chat, look, that's been it from me today. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. A lot of value, a lot of education, a lot of knowledge. Drop a like if you haven't already, and go and watch that trade recap from yesterday. It's in the pinned comment right here. And yeah, go drop a like, leave a comment on that one. Otherwise, chat, much love. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.